Greetings and welcome. This is my first video challenge and the first time I'm actually doing a live video. And this one I've entitled Stepping Out of Your Comfort Zone. It's a big thing for me because as my first one, it's one that I've really been putting off for the longest time. I've watched many different people do live videos, and every time I try to get myself into that mindset to start to do mine, I go to press that button and I just can't seem to press it. And therefore I think, you know what, I'm overthinking this and I end up not doing it. So thanks to Ralph Watson for putting out this video challenge, and part of this challenge you will see me produce the 5 live videos each week and to produce 15 of them within this month of December. So I'm going to take up that challenge. And one of the things about stepping out of your comfort zone is that we all face something that we are absolutely nervous about. And sometimes that nervousness causes us levels of stress, anxiety, and for some things, even, we build it up so much that some people actually experience a level of depression. For me, I know if I don't deal with something, it affects me through my sleep. I start to dream about things, and I know that, you know what, I need to deal with this because it starts to stress me out. So that actually didn't happen to do this live video, by the way, but it's something that's real. It's something that affects us all. And sometimes anxieties is all about doing something that we don't know what the outcome is. Although part of stepping out of our comfort zone is about learning, and it's about doing something that's going to build us up and embrace and build up our learning, give us choices and options. And sometimes it might mean breaking it down to make it easier and taking those little steps at a time to be able to move yourself forward. Now, I run a coffee morning first Saturday of every month, and I do that with Maurice Ellington. And the coffee morning is for survivors of abuse. So a lot of people, what we find is, will come along and book onto the session, but it might take them 2 or 3 sessions to actually turn up. And I can actually understand that, having gone through child abuse and domestic violence myself, that to break a pattern or a cycle or something that you're familiar with, or a cycle that has brought you fear, and you have built your life around managing within that fear, sometimes stepping out for you and sometimes stepping out to build you up is the most frightening thing you can do. And it really is stepping out of your comfort zone. And a few things come to mind when I think about the coffee morning. And one person particularly comes to mind at the moment, where I've watched them over the last, say, 3-4 attendances, and the first attendance maybe not say anything, but they got there, and they had been planning to get there for months, had seen the adverts and just couldn't do it, had paid and still couldn't come, and finally came and then sat back. Now, although they turned up, I actually think part of her learning was trying to break down that cycle for her, but she was present, and that's part of that learning for her. And then over the last couple of months, it's been the part where she's starting to contribute and realizing that everyone there is there offering something to her learning. So now she feels a part of that group. Now, when you go back and you think about when you step out and you start to do something, and then when you look back and think, what took me so long? So I just want to kind of encourage you, and this is just really what it is, just to encourage you that if there is something that you want to do, what you probably need to do is to break down how you can start stepping forward. And that might actually be acknowledge that you feel a bit nervous. It might mean, depends what the issue is, whether it's a business event, take another colleague with you, take another business partner. If it's networking in that arena that you're not used to, if it is something around your self-healing, start listening to things that, you know, lift you up and revitalize you. Start listening to other uplifting YouTube clips or something that's going to empower you, TED Talks. Start doing things that enable you to start stepping out to be with like-minded individuals, or to surround yourself and your spirit wanting that, because, and also acknowledging that you deserve it. So just wanted to encourage you, and yeah, I've achieved now pressing that button today, and maybe once I press that finish button, I can then say it wasn't as bad as it was. So glad I did it. So thanks for joining me, and yeah, I look forward to video challenge number 2. See you soon.